Welcome back. Here's how we'd score Harakwe. Please remember that our answers are based solely on what you just saw. Yes, if the first conversation you saw is the only one the INS officer has with Harakwe. No, the officer might give Harakwe more sentences to read. No, the officer would give her more sentences, but it's unlikely she would be able to write them correctly. Maybe the officer would ask her more questions, although it's unlikely she would get enough correct to pass. Yes. No. The officer might ask her more questions, but her English isn't strong enough for the officer to determine whether or not she really understands. Next, let's focus on understanding and speaking. Here are 3 applicants: Ham, Mustafa, and Rufina. Which of them communicate effectively enough for the INS officer to continue the naturalization interview? And how long have you lived there? How long have you lived there?
Oh, 78.
Since 78 you've lived there. It's a long time. No, that's, or how old are you? How old are you?
10 years. No?
Okay. Okay, how old are you right now? What's your age?
Age?
Yeah, age. How old?
78.
You're 78 years old? Yeah, okay. And how long have you lived?
10 years.
10 years you've lived there, okay. And what month is your birthday? What month?
Month?
Is your birthday? When were you born?
Born? April 27, 1970.
April 27, 1970?
1970.
1970?
70.
I was going to say, 1970, you look older than 25 years old.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. When did you come to America? What year did you come to America?
America? I like it. Like it.
You like America,
like
right? But when
America.
did you come to America?
Like America.
Yeah. When did you come to America? What year?
December 2, 1985.
Did you get your hat in the Canary Islands?
Yeah, I know Canary Islands, yes. Just come to Canary Islands to New York State.
Okay.
Yeah.
And where did you get your hat?
The Canary Islands.
Oh, okay.
I am Muslim.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And what about this?
That's the sign we went to Canary Island when the Arab people come to make colony for Spain people. He was the first man to travel to Africa to Spain.
Okay, what was his name?
Christopher Columbus.
Oh, Christopher Columbus. I need to see your green card and your driver's license. You have your green card? Okay, I need to see your green card.
Yes.
Do you have your
Yes.
card? Okay. I need to see your green card.
¿Quieres?
Your green card. Now turn off the video and decide. Welcome back. Would the officer continue these interviews? Maybe. He does understand. He finally communicates the necessary information, and he is a senior citizen. If the officer has time and Ham can keep providing the correct information, then yes. If the officer is pressed for time, then no. Yes, although Mustafa speaks a dialect of English that may be difficult for some to understand, he is fluent in English. No, there are a surprising number of people like Rufina who apply for citizenship even if they don't speak English. Basically, they're throwing away their money. Now let's look at good moral character. Here are 4 applicants: Edelmira, Salvador, Mian, and Luis. Do any of them present a problem? If so, what is the problem? If you were an INS officer, how would you respond to each one? Have you always paid your taxes?
Last year lo pay tax.
How old are you now, Salvador?
39.
39. And you've been here, you said 22 years?
Yes.
Okay, so you would have been here when you were old enough to sign up for selective service, but you don't have a number here. What happened? Are you on welfare right now? Are you on welfare? Do you get help from the United States government?
Yeah, now welfare no.
No?
GR.
Have you ever been arrested for anything?
When I was in 92, you see, in 90, I was in a union demonstration.
Now turn off the video and decide. Welcome back. Here's what we have to say about our 4 applicants. Edelmira. The officer would attempt to find out whether or not Edelmira is required to file taxes. If this could not be determined, or if she did need to file, she would be scheduled for a second interview. At that second interview, she would need to show proof that she wasn't required to file, or show a copy of her filed tax forms and a payment plan if one was made. Salvador. Because Salvador is over 31 years old, failing to sign up for selective service is not a problem. If he were under 26, he would need to sign up with selective service, then return to the INS with proof of registration. If he were between 26 and 30, and his basis for eligibility is 5 years of legal permanent residence, he would need to wait to submit his application for citizenship until he turns 31. Myung. GR is general relief, a form of welfare. Myung is entitled to receive any form of welfare she legally qualifies for. She would only be in trouble if she were committing welfare fraud. The officer would ask her more questions. Luis. The officer would ask more questions. In fact, Luis was released after 1 day in jail. The charges were dropped, and he had all his documentation with him to prove the charges were dropped. This brings up an important point. If the N-400 asks you for any additional documentation, be sure to attach a photocopy to your N-400 and then take the original to your interview. Otherwise, you will have to come back another time to show it to an officer. Finally, let's look at attachment to the Constitution. Here are 3 applicants: Virginia, Mustafa, and Ham. If you were an INS officer, how would you respond to each of them? Are you willing to take the oath of allegiance? Are you willing to take the oath of allegiance?
Yes.
Okay. What's an oath?
Same.
Are you willing to take the oath of allegiance?
No, I'm Muslim. I tell them my religion, that's it.
Okay, well, so you don't. Okay, so you would not take the oath
No.
to the United States.
No.
Do you know what an oath is? What's an oath? Oath.
Okay.
Now turn off the video and decide. Welcome back. Let's see if your conclusions match ours. No, although the officer may ask Virginia more questions to find out if she actually does understand. Maybe. The INS officer would ask Mustafa if he has a letter from his church explaining that he can only pledge allegiance to God and that he is a church member in good standing. If everything is in order, then yes. Otherwise, no. Yes, Ham understands what oath means. That's it. Thank you for spending time with us. We wish you all the best of luck. Study hard so that when you come out of your interview, you'll be saying, I passed.